on at the 2 and the 3. JaVale McGee is out there with Davis, and it's Bradley in at the 5. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then there's Irving. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard. Now here's Irving. A nice shot by KD. Both teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Davis. Count that one.
That's the court vision of Avery Bradley. Remarkable how he finds these wide-open teammates on a consistent basis.
It's Allen on the wing. Back to Irving. Allen surveying the D. 6 on the shot clock. Kept alive. And he uses the glass on the layup.
You know what? That's all about hustle and a nose for the basketball. Tremendous job on the offensive glass by Jarrett Allen.
And Jarrett Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends.
Here's Irving following the bucket by the Lakers. Pass to KD.
James always looking for his guys. The court vision, unreal.
And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, one step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Bradley can't get it to go.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Down low. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Allen.
Okay, Jarrett Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. And not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Substitution here for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jarrett Allen. Chandler comes in for Kevin Durant. Prince is checked in for Caris LeVert. And Harris subbed in for Dinwiddie. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for James. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Green. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Avery Bradley. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At this point for Dwight Howard in his career, it's about being efficient. I mean, we know he can grab rebounds, play defense. He's just got to stay aggressive and efficient on the offensive end.
Irving passes to Harris. Now here's Jordan. In the corner, Irving with it. And Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league. When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just lines up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. And that sends Anthony Davis to the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan. Lakers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
And like the greats before him, AD has taken the time to develop all aspects of his game. You have to respect that.
Now, here is Irving. To the inside. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. "17 seconds left here in the first quarter. Basket is good. The assist from Harris.
We so often identify Joe Harris as strictly a shooter, but this guy, he is a tremendous passer as well.
Davis finds Kuzma. Here's Howard. Good D by Jordan. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 5. 2K Sports back in a moment here in Brooklyn. A little bit earlier, we had a chance to chat with Kyle Kuzma, who loves playing alongside so much talent.
You know, for me, it's super cool just to learn, sit back, watch.
Well, Kuzma, Greg, has certainly learned a lot, proficient at the offensive end, and adding more to his game every day.
Yeah, I mean, he's been focused on improving the defense and rebounding, and much of that is due to the players he's been surrounded by.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So the Lakers 5 right now. We've got Caldwell Pope. Morris is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Caruso in at the point guard position. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikal and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit. And I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
Big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Kevin Durant comes in for Wilson Chandler. LeVert's checked in for Taurean Prince. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. And then for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. James comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Since the Nets acquired Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, the franchise has gone from being an up-and-comer to a potential powerhouse in the East. That's necessitated changes on the bench and on the court, as the Nets have added some new veterans. The time is now for Brooklyn to stand up and make its move in the East. Kevin, back to you.
We'll see how they do. David, thank you.
And Doris, make no mistake about it. Spencer Dinwiddie is looking to score, an instant offense type of player.
And Spencer Dinwiddie knows what his role is, and he plays it perfectly. He can go a little hot and cold for stretches, but he doesn't let it affect him. Dinwiddie's always going to provide that offensive punch that's so critical for you.
And here we go, Coach's Challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which